A real review of Scientology HQ Clearwater. So unless you've been living under a rock, or it might just be my messed up algorithm, you might have seen the recent trend of Scientology speedrun videos doing the rounds. I've watched so many documentaries on this quote-unquote religion that I decided to visit its HQ in Clearwater, Florida to see if it really is as eerie as it seems. I will say though, due to me having about as much speed as a council planning application, there won't be any Scientology speedruns coming from me. So we stayed in Clearwater Beach, which is, well, by the beach, and this part of the city seems pretty normal and with a nice beach. But when you start heading towards downtown Clearwater, this is where things start getting interesting. So Scientology set up in Clearwater in 1975 when it bought the Fort Harrison Hotel and made it its headquarters, and since then they've been slowly buying up properties here, leaving a lot of them empty, where according to the locals it's now turned the downtown area into a bit of a ghost town. So I decided to have a little stroll about and see if it felt like any other weird cult-like places that I've been to before, namely centre parks. So it certainly has the centre parks dress code, but instead of people walking around in dry robes, they look a little bit smarter walking around in these waistcoats. To be honest, I didn't really have a clue where I was going, so I was just walking around aimlessly, but going by the documentaries I've watched, Scientology doesn't really like outsiders. I didn't get this bit on camera, but I did try to ask one of them whether there was a public reception bit, but she just looked back at me blankly, shook her head and shooed me away. I'm not gonna lie, that's not the first time I've had that reaction when trying to strike up a conversation, so we move on. There were loads of these weird black buses just seemingly doing laps of the town and dropping people off at different doors, and other than Scientologists, there was hardly anyone else around there. There was one Starbucks, but even that looked empty. So how would I sum this place up? I mean, the actual downtown area seemed pretty nice, but I can see why the locals don't like it anymore. I'm not sure what goes on in them buildings, but the whole area just felt strange and empty, and had the atmosphere of a dying British seaside town in the winter, where you've just been banned from the only vape shop open in town. But anyway, Clearwater does have a nice beach area. See you next time.